Gene Yang and Ivan Reyes welcome us into the multiverse of the world's finest as the two tell stories surrounding the Man of Steel and the Dark Knight, who both get hot on the trail of a strange mystery that looks to shake their worlds to the very core. Gene Yang right off the bat sets himself apart from previous Batman-Superman writers by providing one of the most creative ways to tell a story, providing us readers with a choice on which story, the Batman or Superman one, to start with, or we can read both of them at the same time. On top of that, his stories are set in some far-off worlds where the heroes are very much their 1940s inspired versions, even down to Gene introducing us to Spider Lady for the first time in comics, a character whose only ever appearance was in the 1948 Superman serials. I thoroughly enjoyed the old school versions of the characters coming back in some form, as well as getting the tease that something is attacking the more modern Earth Zero versions of the heroes in the present, and it's affecting everything. Ivan Reyes is no stranger to Batman and Superman, and here he can go all out on new designs for our heroes that harken back to their original outfits and their worlds, with a 40s 50s take on a future city metropolis and a more 30s era gangster looking Gotham. The issue is also heavily relying on this absolutely wonderful film reel style, where if laid out one page after the other would make one giant long film reel, which is an insanely cool idea for a comic and is executed flawlessly through the art. Batman Superman issue 16 was a fantastic first issue back for the ongoing, with a new writer that has big plans for the characters and even bigger ambitions when it comes to how he tells these stories, and so far it's paying off as this issue was an absolute pleasure to read. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Batman Superman issue 16 welcomes us to the world's finest double feature, asking us to choose and follow the stories together or one at a time. The 35mm film reel spools out, regaling us with the story of Superman, the last survivor of a doomed world who fights with truth, tolerance and justice in the city of Metropolis, where as reporter Clark Kent he covers the reveal of the Omni Battery with Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen, as the crowd is told the battery has a never-ending source of energy. The Omni Battery reveal, however, is attacked by the unknown wizard, who says the city will suffer his and his robotic men's wrath, scattering the people as Clark vanishes again, racing away to change into his costume while Lois and Jimmy head towards the explosions to get the news, using one of Jimmy's camera drones to get the scoop. Superman confronts the wizard, telling him he's had enough of it as Lois and Jimmy record the confrontation. Superman says the villain would be kind to himself to deactivate his robots, but the unknown wizard refuses to, forcing Superman to blast apart his creations with his heat vision. The villain crawls out of the wreckage as Lois confronts him, removing his mask to reveal the unknown wizard is actually Lex Luthor, who says the disguise was a statement and he is unrecognized since the charlatan in Gotham steals his ideas and it's not just the Omni Battery she stole, and somehow the woman has access to his notebooks and even his mind. Lois says that sounds insane as Lex says the battery isn't a battery, it's harvested from an organism, telling Lois to look for the truth. Superman arrives, telling her to step away as Luthor proclaims that Superman has always been against him, demanding his robots take the cretin down. The robots attack and try to overwhelm Superman, but he easily takes them down, demanding Lex surrender now. As the cops arrive, Lois thanks Superman for saving them as Dr. Martha Wayne comes to thank the hero, saying that he is the reason she can deploy Wayne Enterprises' innovations in Metropolis, since they can always count on his support and protection. Martha tells her son Bruce to come out from hiding as the young man emerges. Lois asks Martha for a comment regarding Lex's accusations she is taking his inventions. Martha says that she and the Daily Planet shouldn't give any credence to the ravings of a madman, as Bruce introduces himself to Lois, flirting with the woman as Superman leaves, hoping Jimmy's drone got some good pictures. Bruce asks if Lois wishes to visit him at Wayne Estate since he will comment on whatever she likes. Clark soon appears, apologizing for knocking into Bruce as he came into the area, as Alfred takes Lex to the police. Later at the Daily Planet, the reporters check out Jimmy's photos, which show the Omni Battery is like what Lex said, and made of flesh and blood. Clark finishes reading all of the articles the Daily Planet has ever printed on the Wayne family and how 15 years ago the family was mugged and Thomas Wayne was killed, and since then Bruce has been traumatized and can't commit to anything, having held multiple positions in Wayne Enterprises but never for long, whereas Martha has devoted her family's wealth to making the world a better place, introducing breakthrough medicine, transportation and even the Omni Battery energy. Lois says that Lex claimed that she stole his inventions, but but Jimmy knows that he's just a crackpot. Lois's phone rings as a call from Bruce comes to invite her to Wayne Manor. Lois doesn't go alone, bringing Jimmy and Clark with her, something Bruce isn't all too pleased with, but welcomes them in all the same. Lois asks to use the powder room, leaving the room with the men in so she can access her camera drone to find anything unusual about the place. Soon she discovers a hidden door, which leads to a network of caverns under the manor. Heading down the stairwell into the caves, she is confronted by Alfred Pennyworth, as Superman smashes through the wall, telling him not to touch the reporter. Alfred knows Superman always comes when Lois is in trouble, saying that he is prepared for the hero, activating his belt, which juices his muscles up greatly. Lois, however, falls, disappearing into the cave below. In the dark city of Gotham, a young boy witnesses the death of his parents as he takes to the rooftop as the vigilante known as the Batman, who right now watches as a van arrives at Arkham Asylum's gates, the woman driver wanting to be buzzed out of the prison as her passenger laughs. The Joker is revealed to be the woman's passenger, along with many other villains she has sprung from the asylum. The woman zaps the guard, smashing through the gate as she dons her Spider Lady mask. Joker says that he hasn't had a laugh like that in ages, as the woman is angered that he couldn't keep it together for just a few more minutes. Penguin tells the Spider Lady to look in the mirror as the Batman has arrived. Batman gives control of the Batmobile over to Robin as he dives onto the van, scaring the villains as he smashes through the windshield, grabbing the steering wheel and jerking it, causing the car to crash. Robin stops the Batmobile, asking if the villains are all knocked out as the Joker and the others burst out of the back of the van, firing their machine guns at Batman as he protects Robin with his cape, allowing the Boy Wonder to throw his shurikens at the villains, knocking them out as Batman chases Spider Lady, grappling her down, demanding answers for his questions from the masked woman. Batman knows that she is the Spider Lady, queen of Metropolis's underworld, so why is she in Gotham City? Spider Lady says that what happened to the Daily Planet 2 years prior is connected to Arkham and they are doing horrific things there to the inmates. Batman knows that it's just Arkham and they wouldn't be the inmates there if they hadn't done horrific things to begin with. The woman says the days grow darker and more dangerous and there is a secret society behind it all and the warden is part of that society. Batman finishes up with the villain, telling Robin that he did good work as they return the villains to the asylum. Upon returning to the asylum, heroes learn from one of the cops transporting Spider Lady that she escaped again, so Robin wants to track her down, especially since if they end up going home, he'll need to do his homework. Batman wants to see the warden first, however, heading up into his office, which they break into, finding many wonderful trophies and gadgets in his own personal collection. Robin finds a strange rocket with a strange S symbol on it and a tiny skeleton inside. The warden appears, saying the symbol is an alien insignia and the craft was a gift from a generous benefactor and it is his most prized possession, but he is enamored with the strange Batman and Robin more, which is why he took the job at the asylum. As he begins his monologue, the heroes have already left, leaving the man confused. Meanwhile, down in the cells at Arkham, the recaptured Joker and the others contemplate their fates when suddenly the villains all erupt in strange purple growths, which burn them like acid. At the Batcave, Alfred brings Bruce some coffee and Dick some hot chocolate with marshmallows, reminding the boy of his homework. Robin says that he'll get to it as soon as he tells Bruce he found what the rocket was, learning it was part of an estate sale from a childless couple in Kansas, and it's strange it made it to Earth, since judging by the damage on it, the ship's hull was punctured by a crystal meteoroid at some point, and the infant inside died before even arriving on Earth, where it was purchased in the estate sale and given to the warden, possibly by this benefactor. Dick is told to go do his homework as Batman finds the warden has been making regular trips to the Arctic Circle for some reason, and they need to find out. Taking the Batplane, Batman and Robin find a hidden facility in the Arctic Circle, where a masked being tells his men to bury their bodies in the snow. As they land and head for the gates, soldiers attack the heroes, who note how they open the doors for them as they take down all of the guards. Entering the facility, the heroes come across something they aren't sure what is, but to Batman's eyes, it looks like a tear in reality itself, as Lois Lane falls in front of them, asking where she is as Batman recognizes her as the Spider Lady. On Earth Zero, Superman helps Batman with a Wayne Tech satellite, wondering why Bruce's techs couldn't deal with this malfunction. Batman says it's not a malfunction or anything, it's an infestation. The heroes find the satellite is covered in some type of old film reel, and upon touching it, Superman says it feels very fleeting as some strange aliens with projectors as heads appear, saying they have trespassed upon the archive of worlds and they shall be annihilated.